Afternoon, everyone. My name is Craig Ries. I'm with Hollywood Junket, and we are getting lots and lots of interviews with current contestants from this season's The Voice. And coming up next right now is Kelsie Watts. She made it to Team Kelly. She did a cover of Kelly's song I Dare You for her blind audition. I definitely have questions about her song choice for that, and lots of other questions about what's happened on the show so far. So stick around. Kelsie will be joining us in just a minute. Yes, we're going to bring Kelsie in. Here we go.
I'm excited to talk to her. Here we go. Yes.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
Oh, dandy. How are you?
I'm great. I'm having a good day.
What? I know. It's not like, it's been like summer here. I'm in Nashville and it's been kind of like summertime and now it's gray outside again. And I'm like, oh well.
It's
But
fun
at
while
least
it
it's not
lasted.
freezing though, so that's good.
Well, it's freezing in LA, but I mean, it's like high 40s, like low 50s. So that's
Oh,
that's
dang.
pretty cold for here.
I was about to say, yeah, that's colder than it is over here.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's so weird.
I
Yeah.
actually will be there tomorrow. So now I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so now I know to bring a jacket.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be chilly for a few more days, and then this weekend it gets back to like 60, 70, I think. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for
Yeah.
the heads up.
Anytime. Well, I want to jump right into your audition. And normally when I get to talk to y'all, I will refresh myself because obviously I watch the show, but I like to really watch the video.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do that with you, though, because I have watched your performance of I Dare You way too many times. Like, it was so good, Kelsie. Like,
Oh, thank you.
so good.
Thank you.
So a couple questions about that song. Is that a song that you had already performed before, or did you specifically pick it up for this audition?
No, I'd never performed it. I was just for this audition. When I found out that Kelly was going to be a coach again, I was like, all right. Like, I love her anyway. Like, I've always been a huge fan, like, since I was in 8th grade. So, already would have, like, just loved to sing for her. But then I was like, dude, her music fits me really well. And maybe I can be slightly strategic and pick her most recent single, and that'll get her to at least get her attention.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I love the song, but then I was like, I really want to do like a different take. So I was like, let's go the opposite direction and just strip it down, and fingers crossed, hope it works out. And thank God it did.
Well, yeah, it definitely did. I mean, I'm sure you've talked about this already before with other interviewers, but I mean, the biggest compliment was that she said that you sang it better than she did. And that compliment not come from huge artists like that very often, so.
Dude, I was like, no, you're kidding, right? Like, no. I know, that was like one of my favorite parts. And when she was like, don't expect that on my tour, but you can do it on my tour. I was like, homegirl, you best believe I'm going to call you and be like, hey, so you remember that time you said you wanted me to sing on your tour with you? Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
I'd be okay with touring with Kelly just to sing one song. I think that's completely okay.
Same. No issues.
Yeah. Well, you did say that once you knew Kelly was going to be on the show, you knew you wanted to do a Kelly Clarkson song. Were there other Kelly Clarkson songs you were considering during your choice?
I mean, she has so many that I love.
Yeah.
But honestly, no.
Yeah. Just like, she just did I Dare You, let's do that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, that one would be the smartest, for sure. Yeah.
Well, not only did Kelly turn for you, but Gwen turned for you as well. It did appear that you were leaning towards Kelly from the get, but was there anything that Gwen said that made you really start rethinking it? And what was your thought process during that audition time and them choosing you?
Well, it was weird because they all said afterwards, I mean, they like cut and clip and everything for TV because it would be hours and hours long if they didn't.
Right.
But Gwen was like, she goes, am I supposed to try to fight now? Because that's, I mean, literally, there was no like, come join my team. She goes, I just hit my button. Like, we all know you're going to pick Kelly. I just hit my button to let you know that I think you're awesome. That's all. I mean, so there was no like fight or, hey, come over here. But oh my gosh, would love to work with Gwen. I mean, she's so unique and such a rocker. And like, I mean, so I totally would have if Kelly hadn't turned around. Absolutely. Like, thanks, Gwen, you're the mom.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
So how has it been working with Kelly? We haven't seen your battle round yet. That's next week. But
Right.
how was working with her and also with your special guest Leon Bridges?
It was crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
just it's so surreal to even be in a room with like people that have won Grammys and do this not just for a living, but are just the most successful at it. Like it's where you want to be. So just hanging out in a room, I'm like, this is weird. Someone take a picture. Like,
Yeah.
But Kelly was awesome. I mean, she said like many times, she's like, look, you're like me. She's like, it's like, you're like me. She goes, and we are firecrackers. So one of the biggest things she said was to figure out how to adjust my performance to fit who I'm performing with. So a lot of it was really focused towards the dynamic with my partner as opposed to just me. There were a couple of things that she like wanted to work out, but most of it was just instrumentation and then adjusting to make sure we both gelled really well to make it a duet and not like a battle against each other, you know? And then Leon was really cool, who's also from Texas. So I'm from Texas. And
yes, you're
and like
Lubbock, right?
Yeah.
I moved to LA from Austin, so I spent 13 years in Austin. So yeah.
I love Austin.
And my mom went to college in Lubbock, so I get it.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, small world.
Yes.
Yeah, dude's also from Texas, and I was like, we just flocked together. But he had a lot of really good feedback. Was very engaged, and so you could tell he's more quiet. He's like laid back, but every time he said something, it was very intentional and on purpose. And you knew if you spoke that he had something important to say. So yeah, I mean, it was a blast. It's so surreal. And then watching the band on the fly just like change things. When Kelly was like, actually, and they're like, yeah, one try. Like,
I do almost wish we got to see more of that as an audience member. You know, like
right?
Those musicians are so talented, and the ability for them to like just change notes,
It's
octaves,
insane.
whatever. You know, it's just like it's crazy.
I mean, even like switching a groove. Like we started off with one groove, and halfway through she was like, actually, let's go the opposite direction. And it was like, they just did that because they're just that good. They're just that good. I was like, can I be friends with you guys? Can we work together like outside of the like after this? Like, can we hang out? They were awesome.
So cool. Such a great experience. So did you say who are you performing against next week for battles?
I don't know. I don't think I'm allowed to say. I don't know if it's been announced.
I thought you did. I thought you did say, and I was like, I didn't think she was. Okay, let's say we're not. Okay.
Yeah. I
think you did. I think I just misheard something. But yeah.
I get an email immediately. Kelsie, you're being sued. You completely went against the agreement.
Well, you could blame me. You're like, well, this guy made me say it.
You made me do it. You made me do it. No.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought you said a name, but I think I just misheard something. I'll go back and look at it later. But yeah, we don't know who you're performing against, though. We can start making educated guesses because we've already done 2 nights of it.
I know, because I think there's only you could absolutely make an educated guess because you've already seen a preview of one for next week, and then there's only 2 of us left. So
exactly,
you can figure it out pretty easy.
we'll let the hardcore fans keep guessing. We don't want to ruin anything.
Exactly. But it was awesome, and working with this person was just amazing. I mean, you talk about gelling from the beginning. Like the second we got our song, 45 minutes later, we were done. The arrangement was done. We were like, well, that was easy. Okay. I mean, and became.
Did y'all spend a lot of time outside that rehearsal practicing?
Oh yeah. I mean,
yeah.
We didn't have there were these practice rooms that they gave us. And you had to like sign up early in the morning. It was like registering for college classes all over again.
Oh my goodness.
Like, you wake up at the crack of dawn and like hopes that you get like the time that you want. I know.
I thought that'd be like guaranteed practice time, but wow.
I mean,
it really is up to you, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, there's enough spots to where like every pair except for 2 could have gone in a day, but that's if you start at like 7 a.m. and go until like 10 p.m. And let's be real, I was really lame the whole time I was there. And when I was in bed by like 9 every night, people are like, you want to go hang out? And I'm like, Sorry, I'm in bed.
Well, you were also here during the like height of COVID, right? Like there wasn't much to do,
No,
or was that
no, like,
before?
oh no,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
during COVID. Yeah, we got there
yeah,
beginning
yeah.
of July.
Right, yeah. Which was like still not a great time, especially in
No.
LA. So yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, it was like the apocalypse in LA. Like I'm
so
telling you,
sad.
and then the fire started and the sun was orange and it was like, oh my gosh, it's happening.
Yeah. You're like, get me back to Nashville right
It's like,
now.
I need to go back, man. I just need to go back. Yeah,
Well,
but no,
Kelsie, I've had a blast. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, go for it.
I was just saying, I've had a blast talking to you. I've got one more question. It's kind of more just in general outside of the voice. But what is your inspiration for singing and why do you pursue this career? What is your main goal, drive, inspiration behind all that?
Man, what a question.
Sorry.
No, it's such a good question. There's, you know, I love to sing.
Yeah.
It's something that God just instilled in my DNA. Like, you know, when people are like, do you have a backup plan? I'm like, no, what even is that? Like, no, no, like music is what I do. And it really is a part of who I am. And I see it as a gift where I get to love people through my voice. You know, I get to make people feel things by singing.
Yes.
And how freaking cool is that? You know? And so, I mean, I'm able to share, you know, struggles that I've had. Like, 'cause let's be real, the voice is awesome. And it's an amazing experience and an opportunity. But my life has not always been like sunshine and rainbows and, hey, look, I'm on TV. Yeah, that's neat. But no, I've had a lot of hard times, and being able to write music and speak to people about real life, and then being able to say, hey, look, I'm here. So you can be too. Like, you can get through it too. You can like be thriving too after the worst relationship or after a death in the family. And like, you can make it, you know? And so music and just me getting to sing in general is really a way of just being able to inspire people and encourage people. I mean, you sum it down to like loving people through your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, Kelsie, I will let you go. Like I said, I already admitted I've watched your first audition 100 times. I can't wait to see what you do in the battles, and I hope you move even forward with the show. And if you do, we'll definitely be talking to you again soon. So
yeah, just
yes.
hit me up. I'll be chilling.
Yes. Well, have fun in LA. Have a safe trip back out here.
Awesome. Thank you.
And I'll talk soon.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
All right, everyone. Again, that was Kelsie Watts. She is on Team Kelly from this season's The Voice. Such a great star. I cannot wait to see what she does in the battle rounds next week. Don't forget, all of our videos are here on Instagram, and they're also on our YouTube channel at Hollywood Junket.